Hi everyone, this is a review for Volume 1 of Assassination Classroom. If you have not heard of Assassination Classroom, then where the hell have you been for the last 5 months? This is an awesome new manga that's been such a hit in Japan, and not only in Japan but worldwide, with people who've been reading the scans online. And it's just an awesome series, so if you have not read it yet, read it and be patient with it. It does get awesome. Right, so let's talk more about this manga. The creator of this manga is Matsui-sensei. Don't know if I pronounced that correctly or not. But anyway, currently there are 20 chapters, but there should be 7. Let's just check. There are 7 chapters, and I think this is like a side story or an additional story, something like that. So like I said, it's been running for 5 months now, and this is the first volume, so I'll just flick through it and try and tell you what it's about. So as you can see here, this guy is quite weird. He's actually some kind of weird life form. Some people think he's an alien or weird experiment gone wrong. Well, if it's a weird experiment, it could have gone right. But anyway, so he kind of did something incredible, something that only someone very powerful could do. And he threatened the world. Well, not threaten the world, well, threaten, the world governments, that he will destroy the world in a year's time unless they could assassinate him. So in that 1 year, during that 1 year's time, he decides he wants to spend the last years of humanity with students. So he kind of, not enrolled, but applies for a job as a teacher, and he gets it. But there's a catch. All the students are trying to catch him. And kill him, I should say. Not catch him, why did I think catch him? They kill him. And the reason the students want to kill him, not only because the world's going to end if they don't, but also they'll be rewarded greatly, or richly. I think like 1 billion yen or something like that. Can't remember exactly, but a lot of money, enough to set them for life. And the first chapter just introduced us to the main characters, and we find out that ordinary bullets don't affect this weird life form. Only these special bullets. Anyway, so I'm just going to flick through now and just show you the pages. The great thing about this manga is that there's kind of a story behind it. Not a story, but like a lesson to be learned, you could say. It's like, because this sensei, who they nicknamed Koro-Sensei, he is teaching the let's say the leftovers, you could say, or the people who don't do too well in their studies. They go to this class called Class E, which is like bottom class, the worst class there is. And no one wants to be in that class because that class is shunned by the rest of the school. They're almost like outcasts. Maybe that's why Koro-Sensei was to teach him, because in a way he's kind of an outcast himself. Look at him. But the lesson to be learned is that, I guess, you should treat everyone equally, even though they might not be on the same level, or not level, but smarter than you or dumber than you, more athletic than you. You're all the same. I guess that's the deep meaning behind all these stories, all these chapters. Another thing that I liked about it is that the pace is consistent in each chapter. Normally when you get a manga artist that just starts a new series, sometimes you might get a pace where it varies. Like when I read a brand new series that started, I think, 2 volumes ago, Hungry Joker, I thought it started out pretty slow, but then towards the end it was at a pretty good pace, and the action scenes were pretty awesome. But that's for another video. I'll talk about it in detail then. But like I was saying, Assassination Classroom is become so popular in Japan. I'll probably put some links in the description below, showing you some kind of pictures from Japan where you see this guy's face all on walls and on, well, in shops and everywhere, basically. Okay. One of the reasons why the students find it very difficult to kill Koro-Sensei is because he is very, very fast. Like Goku fast. Okay, no, that's not a good comparison, but yeah, he's very fast. Actually, that might be a good comparison. But anyway, he's incredibly fast. He could go from one end to the one side of the earth to the other side of the earth, maybe in a split second or something like that. He's extremely fast, and that's why he's so hard to kill. So the students are trying to trick him, and in so trying to kill him. And also another thing is that he is trying to reform all the troublemakers in the class, and he doesn't do it in a way, but it reminds me a bit of another manga that I read can't remember where it's from, but it's called, I think it's called Carmen Teacher. And he would literally beat the hell out of the delinquents and shave their heads. Of course, this is not as extreme in this manga because, well, I think probably it might have been a seinen manga. No, maybe another shonen manga, magazine, I should say. But anyway, in this one it's not as severe. He doesn't do it to that extent. He reforms them in a kind way, you could say. Last pages. And towards the end, here they're trying to hire, well, they hire another assassin, but this one's obviously an adult, and she is going to, in the next volume, not enroll, but be part of the staff at the school, and she would also teach Class E like Koro-Sensei does, and while she teaches, try to kill Koro-Sensei. And that's how this volume ends. And this is the add-on, or the side story, or the additional story at the end. See? I think this was in, yeah, this was in the Weekly Shonen Jump as well. I think I read this before. No, I don't think it was. But I've read it. Anyway. Sorry I didn't go into too much detail. I don't think I'll be collecting these as I do with One Piece and Toriko. But like I said, it's an awesome manga series. So, like I said, if you haven't read it already, read it. And yeah, thanks for watching. Oh, one more thing, I forgot to show you what's underneath the cover. Nothing major, but I always show it in my videos. And on the back, it's just his face, his smiling face. The back is this. Well, I'll read this later. But I think there's a little note here, probably. Yeah. Anyway, like I said before, thanks for watching.